everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Rogue Rant, and today I want to talk about Obama, his trip to Cuba, and how it's seen as rewarding dictators. You see, President Obama has made no secret of his eagerness to visit Cuba. As recently as December, though, he insisted there would be no such trip. He will not be going until human rights and civil liberties on that island have improved. But it's not happening. You see, Cuba's essentially going backwards. They continue to go backwards. By all accounts, the Castro regime's repression has grown worse, not better. And since the renewal of diplomatic ties back in 2014, guess what? Beatings and arrests of dissidents have soared. There's been a crackdown on churches and religious groups. Yet Obama, just last week, he came out and he said, hey, I'm going to Cuba, I'm going to visit them. And he abandoned his pledge that he made back in December. And he's going to reward this dictatorship with enormous prestige of a presidential visit, and it is enormous prestige. And Obama says, hey, I'm going to speak candidly to Raul about human rights and democracy, but his desire to go to Havana has been about the plight of the Cuban dissidents. Where's that? Where's his desire to go there for that? It isn't that. It's about making a diplomatic embrace of the Castro government and a permanent fact of life. He wants this to grow after he leaves office. It's not about the plight of the dissidents. He wants to make it so that his policies are irreversible. And that's why he's going there. So far, Obama's engagement with the Castros hasn't even opened a crack into their Stalinist system. It's a folly to imagine this trip next month will do anything to expand freedom or justice on the beleaguered people of Cuba. Boom. It will be for the brutal rulers. That's who it's for. It's giving them the ultimate stamp of approval for the only totalitarian regime in the Americas. A visit by the President of the United States is a huge deal. And it's huge in just about every country out there. The opportunity to host the leader of the free world, it's a coveted prize, especially for nations that are not global powers. He's been to about 50 countries. There's another 150 that he could go to, that he could spotlight, versus going down to Cuba. When it comes to discretionary travel, shouldn't a president visit nations that the United States admires or particularly wishes to encourage? Obama is concerned to promote liberal democracy and civil rights. Why go out of his way to bolster the Castro government regime? Instead of honoring Latin America's only dictatorship with a visit, he could travel to Tunisia and publicize his support for the Arab world's fledgling power there, the fledgling democracy they have. Instead of lending legitimacy to Cuba's entrenched communists, perhaps Obama could visit countries like Lithuania, Mongolia, or Slovenia. They used to be under communist rule, but today they're robust multi-party democracies whose leaders have chosen free democracy. From Cape Verde to Belize to Taiwan, there are worthy destinations aplenty for this president to go out and visit, seeking to make a statement about the American values and friendship. Cuba is not one of them. The Castros are not one of them. And Obama should not be going. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with another Rogue Rant.